All right, guys, so today's video is about Trump's child support tax law. What is being said is that Trump is supposedly going to pass a law that if the parent, typically the father, who is paying child support is going to be the one who claims the taxes on the child that they've been paying child support on. And the custodial parent, the one who the child lives with, will no longer be able to claim taxes. I found that that would be an interesting concept. It would kind of shake things up a little bit. So I did some digging around, and here are a few articles that I found on that said thing. And for starters, Trump didn't say female child support recipients can no longer claim children on taxes. So this is from Snopes. Here is the website right here if you guys want to find it. I found it on Google, just a little quick search. The published date was January 20th, 2025, so yesterday. And it goes into, it gives a little briefing on what is being said and what is to be expected if this was such a law and not a rumor. So the claim is U.S. President Donald Trump posted on Truth Social that women who receive child support from a man can no longer claim the child on her taxes. Context: we found no evidence of such a post on Truth Social or X. Trump has said he would expand the child tax credit during his second term in office. Okay, so there's a little bit of clarity there. All right, and then scrolling down, it says U.S. President Donald Trump took office in January 2025. A persuasive rumor, still a rumor, on Instagram and YouTube claimed he posted about child tax credits on social media. One alleged post, purportedly from January 17th, 2025, claimed that women who receive money in child support from men would no longer be able to claim the child as a dependent on their taxes and thus would not receive a child tax credit. So I did some digging myself. I looked on Trump's X account and I scrolled through and I didn't see anything that talked about child tax credits. So I was kind of confused on that and was wondering if people are saying that they saw it on his X, which is what is rumored here, then it should have been absolutely screenshotted or saved, or there would be some sort of evidence of that lying somewhere. And yeah, I didn't see it. So Trump just tweeted, if you put your baby father on child support, you can't claim taxes. Only he can. And it just goes on to say that in several different ways. Yeah, and so here's some more about that. And so far, it just sounds like somebody just claimed Trump said something that sounded like Trump would say and is just running with it, which is really crazy on how, lies and stuff just kind of spread like wildfire out here, especially with the internet nowadays. All right, and that looks like most of what the article has to say about that. Let's go to this next article. This is iowaindependent.com. There's a little bit more preview, and this was posted today. I don't know what time, but apparently it was today. It says, Trump signs new executive order confirming child support law on day one. Sure, okay. And then it says January 20, okay. On his first day back in office, Donald Trump signed a sweeping executive order aiming at reforming the nation's child support laws. The order is part of a broader package of day one executive actions signed to fulfill campaign promises and reshape key domestic policies. Details of new child support law. So here's what to be expected from the new law that people are rumoring about. Details of the new child support law. Dubbed the Fair Child Support Reform Act, the executive order introduces several significant changes to how child support obligations are calculated and enforced. Income-based adjustments. Okay, it's a new formula to figure out how much people are paying. Cap on arrearage. I don't know what that word is. Arrearages. Sure. First time seeing that. Limits will be placed on accumulation of interest on unpaid child support, aiming to prevent payers from falling into insurmountable debts. I mean, that would be cool. Yeah, sure. I mean, who wants to be in more debt? Incentives for compliance. Parents who consistently meet their obligations may qualify for federal tax incentives or relief. See, now, I don't know about that. I mean, I don't really think that the government kind of works like that, like a reward system. I know that the detention centers do. Yeah, you can get rewarded for good behavior and stuff like that, but that's kind of what it's implying right here is what it sounds like to me. Streamline enforcement, enhances measures will make it easier for custodial parents to receive payments through automated systems. Sure. Okay. Can see how this would sound nice. This part here just talks about modernization of child support laws, just kind of, bringing it up to speed with, the 21st century. And then supporters, advocates of the reform praise Trump for tackling a long-standing issue, arguing that the changes promote fairness and financial stability for families, which I agree. I agree that the child support is a bit one-sided on this, and it does need to be restructured and laid out a bit differently. I'm not saying dads or deadbeat parents should not be paying child support, but I think there needs to be some sort of adjustments for people who are paying child support to be rewarded with more time with their kids. And or just everyone should just kind of have a 50-50, especially if you want to see the kid. If you want to see the kid as much as you want, I really don't think that there should be limitations on that. I don't know. It's a problem. It is. And one of the most annoying problems about it is that people will hang their kids and use them as pawns over the other parents, which is very frustrating. Critiques, opponents, including some Democratic lawmakers, expressed concern that the order could reduce protections for custodial parents and lead to funding cuts for child welfare programs. If anything, it would increase child welfare programs because the parent receiving the child support would likely need more funding, especially in governmental aid like WICs or food stamps or whatever it is, because they're not banking on that fat check every tax season. Okay. Immigration doesn't seem like we're talking about child support anymore. Okay, and that's the end of that. And so here is where I found a Instagram post about this made-up thing. It says a made-up online rumor that President-elect Donald Trump is changing child support policies is going viral online, even though no proof of him stating this has been found, which is what I came up with as well, is nothing. Here is him saying, where's this tweet you all keep talking about? And then right here it says, Trump already doing Trump things. Trump's new child support law will be crazy. If you put someone on child support, you will no longer be able to claim the child on your taxes. Only the person who is paying the child support will be able to claim the child credit. Child support or child tax credit. This is the rumored portion of it. This is where it all came from, was this person here with the football helmet. But yeah, so there is that. So I do want to take a moment to talk about that sort of thing. Like, what if there was a new child support law coming into effect that would allow fathers to claim the kid or children on their taxes instead of the mother, who is the parent who has full-time custody? I honestly think it would have a positive effect. Crazy concept, but hear me out. The reason I think it would have a positive effect, because I'm thinking more from the child's perspective, what would be best for the child. Now, the biggest thing that would be most beneficial that I can think of would come out of this is more family bonding time. There would be more family unity as a whole, because now it is no longer about baby mama and father and just pay me child support because we have a kid together. It's, well, I want to be able to claim child taxes and you want to spend more time with your kid, so I'm just going to allow you to continue to spend time with your kid, and that will diminish the amount of child support if absolve it completely, and then the mother can use that as an advantage to claim the kid on child taxes. So that's something you can do. That's the first loophole that I thought of, where the mom can still continue to claim child taxes, which is also great because then the father benefits on spending time with their kid and not just being bled dry for their money for their kid. And then it also subsidizes the abuse of child support money, because we all know that the money that is supposed to go to the child for child support does not get spent on the child. It gets spent on stupid stuff, things that the child doesn't need, use, or really gets anything out of, because the mom is spending it on stuff that she doesn't need. It's man, I can go all day about that. But that is the main thing that I can think of that would be highly beneficial, because the kid is not being used as a pawn and not being hanged over the other parent's head in this abusive back and forth that would be happening. Even if this law doesn't happen or go into effect, it would still be great if this stuff stopped happening and parents can just agree that the child needs to be with both of you guys, unless one of you guys is completely crap parents, or on the most unfortunate side, you all are both crap, where the child can benefit the most. That is all I'm interested in, is the child's well-being and making sure that they have a healthy relationship with both parents. And that is my opinion and viewpoint on this subject. Thanks for watching, guys. Highly appreciate it. I'll catch you in the next one.